Look, they call him Coach Loggins. Born and raised, he from Chi-Town. Spreading love to the East Coast, it's a rap now. The game's over, it's winning season, I should've told you. Coach Loggins, the winning team, it's the takeover.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Coach Loggins here. Coach Loggins 128 from the All the Way Up podcast. Listen, I'm coming to you right now from the Fontainebleau in Las Vegas. About to go to a meeting, but I thought not a better time than to give you some information. But first off, before I get started, I want to thank my support, my people, Ruger Vision. I want to thank OTV Network. You guys can see us on OTV Network. The episode's on there. You can see it on YouTube. But thank you to everybody out there that's supporting, that likes it. The people that have been asking, Dan, we need more podcasts. You know what? I just don't want to play too many of them. I don't want to beat you guys into the ground on some stuff. But the best one is send me some messages on some content. You let me know what you want to hear. I want to hear from you guys now, right? So let's get this thing kicked off and started. It's episode 10, and I'm happy to be here. And you know what? Things are going great, and we're going to keep working hard towards them, and I'll keep explaining how we do it. First one I wanted to talk about a little bit today was I want to talk a little bit about work for a second for you guys, and then I want to talk a little bit about financial stable security. You know what? We can start with the financial spot. So, because they run together, that and work, right? If you want to be financially free and you want to be set up to not having to work hard all the time. I mean, listen, there's people that love to work hard all the time. I love to work hard all the time. And financially free is one of those things that everybody hopes to have one day. And I could just tell you there's certain ways I've told everybody on how to get there, but one of the ways to do it is you have to invest a portion of your money. You can't just put it into a savings account and hope that that savings account's going to work for you, or hope that long-term the savings account's going to gain more interest, or you have to get outside of that wheelhouse and take a chance. You know, you have to take a chance on probably 25% of your money that you got to take, or 20% of your money that you have to take, and you have to invest. And if it's not getting invested into a business or into yourself for a business or yourself for a career, it needs to be invested into something else. So you would also take part as that investment. So understanding that we have to invest in ourselves, it's very important. Now I'm going to give you an example. People that have jobs that fluctuate, commission-based jobs, salespeople, retail, and things like that. I could tell you that there's good times and there's bad times in a 12-month period in that business, right? Some businesses are really good through the summer, really slow through the winter. Some businesses are, but it's also what you make of it. But I also tell people you should also prepare for that timing. So one, if you obviously don't bounce around jobs, that's not going to help you find a better solution. And some people think that if they grab another job, that they can swing outside another job and they'll get financial security because somebody says they're going to pay you more. Well, they're going to pay you more from what they tell you if you perform and do what they're telling you that you have to do to perform, right? So the whole thing that I'm trying to get at right now is that if your work life is stable, you have to put money away. If your work life is not stable, you still have to put money away. It can't change. There's got to be something that can't change, meaning X, Y, Z, no matter what, has to get put away. So if you're 25 years old and you put away $1,000 a month and you think you're accomplishing something, I want you to think about this for 1 second. At $1,000 a month put away in the savings, it's only going to be $12,000 a year. You do that twice, it's $24,000. You do that 3 times, 4 times, it's $48,000. That's not a good formula. So you have to do something. You either have to invest that money into something or get into something that could have a return for you. If you look at somebody like Warren Buffett says, you know, buy in sections, buy in 4 pieces, invest in that. And you look at people that have been successful and they've invested, they've taken a chance, they've worked hard to take that chance, but you got to be willing to lose it at the same time you're going to invest it. So if you're going to invest it, and you don't always put it in the same place. I always say this, split it off in 2 places. Take something that's risky that can have a great reward, and take something that is a stable, you're going to get something, right? I always say do that, and continue to do that. Invest in your children, invest in Roth IRAs. And these are just things that I'm giving advice to people because a lot of people that watch my stuff is in the retail business. And I want to tell you guys, there's nothing better than to know that if you're in the retail business, that if you can deal with people and take care of people, you're always going to have a job. So if you always have a job when you're taking care of people, it's very good to be that way and be friendly and be nice to people, take care of them, listen to this. Then you have that financial security the rest of your life, right? Because you're going to create it with a following of customers, with a following of people that you have doing your things. But I want to get into a short story because I don't have a lot of time with you guys, but there was a particular employee that I had recently that was having a tough time at work. This person was driving quite a ways to work, having a tough time at work, and they were like, pointing fingers to other areas of why the issues are. That's one problem that's an issue. But the second problem that's an issue, I can tell you guys this. If you have an employee that's driving 50 minutes, an hour to work, or 40 minutes that really likes working for you, here's one thing I can tell you. Make sure you acknowledge the fact that they do that. That's number one. Number two is understand that if they have a bad day and somebody gets in their ear when they have a bad day, it's going to be very easy for that same person that might be listening to quit that job or give up on that job. But I can tell you this, when people give up and quit a job, you give up on your dream, you give up on everything. Pain is temporary. Quitting is permanent. When you stop, it is permanent. You can't go back from that. And the other thing is, are you going to be a part of watching things happen, or are you going to be a part of really making things happen? And that comes with having a commitment to something. Have a commitment to your job and have a commitment to putting money away and saving for your future to have something. People say, why should I save for the future? There's no telling what's going to happen. Listen, guys, you have to have some type of cushion of some sort so that you can think and you can operate properly. You can function and not have to worry where you're going to get your next meal at, right? You have to have some type of that financial security, but you're not going to get that if you're not being a true team player at your job. You'll never have financial security. You'll never have the opportunity to put things away, and you won't build a brand and a name and a reputation for yourself in the business that you're in, whether it be retail business, whether you're in the union, it doesn't matter. You build a name for how good and how well you do things. And the supervisors look at you when they want to give you promotions and raises. When you get that next raise, if you don't need that next raise to survive every day, that next raise you get needs to go into the bank. If you get $1 or $2 raise as an hourly employee and you don't need that, but you'd like to have it because you'd like to spend more money and buy more things, I'll tell you this, go without it and settle for what you have and put that money away. You're going to save your whole life to do this if you don't set it up now. Am I telling you to suffer and starve and do it? No, I'm just telling you, you don't need to live outside your means right now. You can live in your means, but at the same time, set up for your family. If you want to have a family, you want to have children, you want them to be financially set in the event that something happens to you, your spouse, significant other, your family, your partner, whatever you have, your mom, your dad. But you can't do that unless you show up every day and you make it happen and you do what matters. Be selfish for your family and put in the hard work today and the hardest work that you can do today to have the best results for tomorrow. And if you have a family member that tells you that, you're working too much and you're doing this and that, listen, can I ask you something? Whose problem is it if you're working too much? Is it yours or is it theirs? Is there an outcome along with income that comes from putting in the extra time? Outcome equals income. The more outcome that you push out, that you have, the better outcome, the better results will equal better income for you in the future at the same time. So all of this story goes together. And if you haven't watched all my other podcasts, a lot of this probably won't make sense to you because you guys are picking up obviously in episode 10. But those of you that have been watching, I do appreciate you guys following, making it happen for us every day. And people out there following the rules, following the 10 things that require zero talent and just making it happen. What are we doing right now? We're fixing people and trying to make it better, right? That's all I'm doing. Dan's here to help you guys be better, to have better results, so I can tell you about my things that I've learned that helped and the things I didn't. Listen, if I tried something 5 times and failed at it, and the 6th time I got it and I did this to get it, I want to teach you guys that. And I hope you guys appreciate that. But don't forget, put your money away work hard, commit to something. You have to commit to a job. You have to commit to a family. You have to commit, and you've got to commit to be putting money away for your financial freedom in the future. Guys, I appreciate the time that we've had today. Thank you for everything. Please stay tuned. Subscribe, like, love, follow, share, do whatever you can. Support. I appreciate you guys. Listen, I want nothing from you guys, just some support. Appreciate you. Coach Loggins out.
Look, they call him Coach Loggins. Born and raised, he from Chi-Town. Spreading love to the East Coast, it's a rap now. The game's over, it's winning season, I should've told you. Coach Loggins, the winning team, it's the takeover.